Yeah.
to
Okay.
7:30.
Patty said he did,
This
What?
but whatever. It's hard to
Yeah.
keep track of all
Yep.
the crews and all the
Okay.
people and
Yes, I hear
all the
you.
things.
All
Yeah.
good.
So why don't we gather
Should we
by
head
Atabey?
over?
Yeah, give it a run. Lead the way, Nino.
I can't remember.
It's in
Oh, there
front
it
of you.
You're, it's right there.
I'll be there on Tuesday.
Hi,
Hey, what's up,
Oh
Drew?
yeah.
How you doing, man?
Hi, Athena.
Hey, Ice Whiz.
How y'all
Nino, do
doing?
you want to go on megaphone, please?
Good to see you.
Good.
In your host.
Had to
Good to
give you a
see you
hug.
too.
The next time,
On the
it'll be
tools?
for real.
Yeah,
It
host
will be.
tools to your right.
Hugs with
Yeah.
colliders.
Huh?
To
Yes.
your right,
Yes.
it'll say host tools,
Can't wait.
I clicked on it.
and
Can you
then
hear me
go up
better?
to amplify my voice. There's a megaphone.
I suppose where's your camp gonna be on
Red
Playa?
I
Bird.
already clicked on it.
Oh,
My
great.
Can you hear
camp.
me
Thank you.
better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we.
I sent it to
That,
Lindsay.
it's here.
I
It's
sent her
gonna
the
be
code
it's
for
for
it.
people all the way back there who will hear your voice.
Oh
Okay,
no, I
gotcha.
mean you're on
Yeah.
Playa.
And Athena, do you want to
Um.
moderate?
Oh
Do you want
shoot!
to
Damn, I'm just
Sure.
do this
thinking
Aurora?
VR one
Great.
track
Mm-hmm.
mind.
If you can just go on
It's gonna be at
go on Amplify.
415. No,
We don't need to go on air, right? We don't have
415
more
and
than one
D.
instance.
415 and D.
I meant 415 and C.
Whoa, you're right next to us. What's the
We're
name?
Hi, Joanne.
neighbors.
Welcome.
What's the name of your camp?
So, hi everybody.
Neverly.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We are
Neverly.
going to be hearing from
Yeah,
Nino
that's cool.
today about his piece Atabey. Did I say that correctly?
Atabey, yeah, you did.
Atabey. If you remember in BRCvr 2021 and 2020, we had Mokyoro, which is the owl with the rotating head.
Mucaro.
Mukaro. Mukaro.
There you go.
Remember that.
And so it was the owl with the rotating head, and that was a great piece that we loved. And Atabey was there as well, and the frame that we took our famous picture in. So we're very excited to have you joining us here with our Patreon members and our world builders and our BRCvr community members. And we are less than 2 weeks before we are all together in the dust. So exciting!
Yeah,
Whoop, whoop,
yeah,
whoop.
yeah,
Lots of emojis. We are going to miss the emojis. We're going to miss the flight tools. None of that exists on Playa, but
yeah.
it's what we love here in BRCvr. So tell us about this piece.
So first of all, thank you very much for this opportunity, and thank you for everyone that is actually here. I'm very grateful for making this experience because in 2020 as we all know, when we all heard the news that we were not going to the playa, somehow some way I found a way to get creative and figure out a way to still be part of our community, and so we put this piece together, which was actually a for your
What's the cliche that we say? Sometimes cliche, always bitchin'. Yeah, they will be back any moment. Nope. And Athena keeps getting logged out. This is crazy. Nino is on. He's in his headset.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, for some
Stay
reason,
right
every
there.
time that okay, because I guess I get close to the piece and I disappeared.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Little technical malfunction. All right.
Technology.
Yes. Well, again, thank you. I think we lost Athena as well. But anyways,
Here she comes.
Oh, great.
I crashed completely out
We're gonna
of
stay
alt
right
space.
here. We're gonna stay this.
Yeah, I think that if we get
seem to
too
be
close to the
crashing
piece,
if we stay right here.
well, thank you again. Sorry about that. Little pause. Appreciate the hearts. So I was actually saying, so this piece was an installation that I wanted to present it for Burning Man in 2020 for the honoraria grant, and then 2020 happened, and I just put, it had to be put on pause, and thankfully, once we were able to open up again for this year, I applied and we got the honoraria to bring Atabey to life in reality. And so Atabey, for those that don't know much about me, like Tina mentioned, I did God frame in 2015 and 16. I was a gold frame with monkey ladders and a ladders on the side and a monkey bar on top. So you created your own masterpiece. And then in 2017, we did the Booty Owl that we burned on Thursday night at midnight. And that was an epic burn. If anybody was there, it was so amazing. And then for this year, I decided to still connect it to my homeland, which is Puerto Rico. That's where I was born and raised. And Atabey is the name of for the Taino Indian that used to live in our island. Atabey was the goddess of fresh water, and in this case, I'm representing her as a fish coming out of ground for air. We all know that they don't need air, but at the same time, I'm just kind of making a symbolism of the fact that if we don't take care of our land, this could be something that might happen, where our waters are not being taken care of, and our mission is to just create some more awareness about the state of our land, and also as things that happen in my Puerto Rico as well in the last 5 years that actually happened with earthquakes, with hurricanes, and some of our coast. I just wanted to create some sort of aware with this piece. Thank you. Besides that, it's just going to be fun to create. We're aiming to be solar. A lot of things are happening as we speak. We are actually taking it down tomorrow. We're taking it down tomorrow, dismantling it and putting and seeing our square footage of how much space is going to take, bring it to the playa, and build it on playa by August 23rd before the event opens.
Wow.
Cool.
What is it made out of?
So it's actually made out of steel. Reason why is that I worked with wood in the past, and with God framed, and also with Mucaro. But in this case, I really want this piece to have a life after Burning Man. So I wanted to create it and learn about having possibilities of putting it in a city. And therefore, I started learning about what it will take to have a permanent art installation in a city. And therefore, the interior structural part made out of steel, the mesh and the skin that it was going to surround the piece is all made out of metal. Gallito. Sorry, guys. And yeah, my rescue. And then we we're installing some solar in the tail. So the tail is actually our home for all our solar system. I've been always being interested to Dito, please. Um, um, I've been always been interested on creating. When I do my art installations, I like to put the electricity or whatever power to light it up at night, part of the piece. For example, on Got Framed, it was actually on the bottom of the frame. We didn't drag cables or hurt the playa at all. It was actually in the piece that we had the electricity. Also for Mucaro, we had it on the tail of Mucaro, so all our solar electricity system it was actually on the tail, and then this one is my first solar powered piece, and the solar will be hidden on the tail.
Cool.
That is so cool. So do you have a place already that it's going to go after Playa, or you're looking for one?
I'm looking for one. I'm already talking to Artec and Maria. I'm already talking to her about the possibilities. Yeah, but I mean, still open to who I think that it's actually have such a beautiful statement that I hope that somebody will be really interested in homing it for real outside Burning Man.
Yeah, I know of. I remember hearing about a alternative energy field going in Puerto Rico. It might be interesting. I'd have to do some research to find out who's doing it and who, but it's a bunch of burners. So
Well, I
that might be an
appreciate that. Yeah,
interesting.
definitely connect me. I have a few connections there in Puerto Rico, but in Puerto Rico, after we built Mucaro, and that was in 2017, I was really excited to bring Mucaro or bring the news about Mucaro being such a really good epic success at Burning Man that year. But I'm not kidding you. Like 2 weeks later, that's when the hurricanes happened. So there was
Ugh.
absolutely no connection with Puerto Rico, and my priorities just changed. And as much as I wanted to share the great news, there was just no space for that at that moment. What I did
Yeah.
was, okay, I need to turn around and figure out ways to help. And I went to Puerto Rico and I brought a bunch of donations from the United States and I distributed them around the island. And that actually was a catalyst for me to come out with the idea of Mucaro for Puerto Rico, which we're still planning to build in the uh, west side of the island in a town called Aguadilla. And they're actually very interested to make it also solar powered, make it everything actually from recycling materials to make sure that we continue sending our message well.
Wow. That's I'm so touched. Like I have chills just thinking about that.
Oh,
Right,
thank
that
you.
was shortly thereafter Burning Man. Those hurricanes just ravaged Puerto Rico, and then
Yes.
there was like an earthquake. Like,
Yes.
was it right after
Actually,
or right before?
not right after. It was about a year and a half later. That was in south side
Well,
of
it
the
felt
island.
like,
And
yeah.
they still actually feeling it. It still shakes sometimes in that part of the island.
Wow.
And I went to visit them as well. So there's just they're in constant needing for some help and insurance. And as we know, Ohan, they can hear this, right? So they can you please say tayo, please, hun?
Everybody wants to get in on the action.
When everybody wants your attention.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. We all have our realities. That's understood.
Seriously. Yeah, so I'm trying to, like my intentions with Atabey, besides what I just stated, is to continue also inspiring in my case, because I can only speak from where I'm at, it's to inspire other Puerto Rican artists to also come to the playa and bring their art and bring their gifts. I don't want. I personally. I mean, I'm the only Puerto Rican that has ever brought art to the playa, and I would like for other Puerto Ricans to get inspired, and if I can mentor in them and can help them, and bring in that, I think that it will be really beneficial for their mindset and also what they can actually start dreaming also once they go back to Puerto Rico and being able to create there.
Is there a regional org in Puerto Rico at all?
I wish, and then I wish I could start it with Mucaro for Puerto Rico. It would be really neat to find a really amazing place where we can actually um, be open up to the possibilities to have our community to go there, explore Puerto Rico. Also, by exploring Puerto Rico, it's it helps a lot with their financial status and just helping the economy there. And because there is a lot of situations right now where they feel that they're being colonized, and I think that by just visiting and helping, um, creating more, um, the the challenges that they have, but instead of just staying in one side of the island, which most of the time people just go to San Juan, explore other parts of the island
Right.
where they can actually share with the locals, understand more of the culture, not just think that San Juan is the only place that you have to go visit in the island. So many beautiful, beautiful places around the island to explore and to have fun and waterfalls and think about like it's a combination of Hawaii meets the Caribbean and it's always warm and the water is always warm and it rains a lot. but but that's we have one of the biggest rainforests considered part of US territory.
Oh, wow. And that's why it's so green and beautiful, is because it
Yeah.
rains a lot.
Yeah. I mean, even after the
Yeah.
hurricanes, it kind of
Yeah.
destroyed everything. It just took about a year and everything went back to green.
Yeah, for sure. So where did you build this piece? Where did you build Atabey?
So I live in Los Angeles. I have found a shop or a space where I can actually build this in downtown Los Angeles. We actually the tip of the nose or the tip of the lip of it hits actually the roof of where we're actually working.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how tall. It's 18 feet tall, basically. I mean, here, of course, we see it a lot bigger. It's 18 feet tall. The tail is a lot smaller than this one, but it's just, in the VR world, it almost feels like it's actually the same.
Yeah. Well, and when you have it inside of a building, it'll feel immense. But when you put it out on the playa, you'll be like, "Oh my
Absolutely.
God, it's tiny."
It's
You know?
tiny, yes, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, the manpower that we need to put it up and make sure that it's safe and everything else, it's gonna take some time there.
And what are some of, I see the ladder in the front. Are there climbing points or sitting points or place people can like make it look like they're coming out of the mouth?
That was the original idea. Unfortunately, because of timing and what is happening right now with the economy, we were not able to get that part finished. But
Okay.
it's going to be a beautiful piece made of, solar powered. And then, who knows is this is 1.0 and we'll have 2.0 next year.
Absolutely. Oh, fantastic. Does anybody have any questions? Just like go like this, or if you're not able to do that, there we go. We have a question. Joanna, go ahead.
I put my dick in it.
And you can amplify yourself and make sure you unmute yourself. Host tools and amplify.
Familiar with. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yo.
Yes.
Okay, so I was just curious about the materials and maybe the textures.
Sure.
Like what, like
So-
the circles that are, they look like eggs to me right now, but like what is that and what is this brushed metal? Is it?
So, wonderful question. This was actually in VR in 2020, so it's very different. It's going to be very different in real life. But the scales are actually going to be pizza pans that we actually attach to the mesh, and we overlap them, and they look like actual scales. Then the face area here is actually that we are attaching also to the mesh to create that silver-looking effect. That part we're probably gonna have to install it at night. It's not too bright or sunny. And then the half moon is the half moon. I don't know if you see the crescent moon. That's actually an homage that I did for Mukaro, because Mukaro's eye was actually a half moon. So I wanted to bring that back to this piece. That's going to be plywood cover on sheet metal as well. And then the eyeball on the round circle is actually a mirror. The ones that you see when you go out of the garage, and like it's gonna be like a
Oh
big,
yeah.
like a big gigantic mirror dome
Cool.
situation.
Cool.
I like
Yeah.
the safety
about
backup
lighting?
mirrors.
The lighting is going to come from the inside. So the idea that I
Ooh.
want is for it to glow from the inside out.
Cool.
So
Oh,
the
nice.
lighting is all going to be in the inside of the fish. And then there's going to be one big light that we're going to point out of the mouth.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Awesome. We have another
Yes, yeah.
question from Inism X. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that was pretty good. They call me Any.
Any.
Any?
I was wondering, is this like the size, like from? Does it feel like the same size as what the project is?
No,
Like,
it's not.
you know what?
Thank you for
Do you
asking.
understand what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yes, I do.
it's
Again,
gonna be like.
this is. No, I mean, that's a great question. The tip of the mouth, like if you look at the end of the mouth on the right, the tip of the mouth, that will be 18 feet. So where Drew is going, more or less, that's the other tip.
Up at the very top, the nose.
No, so there we go.
There
That's
you go.
18
That's
feet.
18 feet.
That's 18 feet, and it's about it's as wide as actually 16 feet.
Wow.
And then the tail,
Wow.
it's still pretty big. But like you said, Athena, actually, it's going to be, it's going to look, small compared to everything else on Playa.
Yep. Yeah. Anybody else have a question? Anybody else?
Thank you, Amy.
I have a question.
So we have an
Drew.
interest. Oh, you have a
One
question,
question.
Drew? Go ahead.
So, can you tell us generally what you do during the year and how this fits into that?
Oh,
That's a good
sure.
question.
So I'm a production designer in Los Angeles, work in film commercials and music videos. I'm also the art director for tours, music tours. I don't know if you guys know Ricky Martin, but I'm the art director for his world tour, and I basically travel around with him and build all his props for his shows. But I love production design. I love art
Bless you.
directing.
Bless you.
Bless you. Love art directing, but at the same time, I really like building stuff at the burn more so. Like I really take a lot of pride to take time off to build something for our community.
Thank you.
It was a great
Thank you.
question.
Yeah, it's a good question. Yes.
So, any other questions? Yes, Joanna, go ahead.
How many people are on your team? Like to start, is it just a few people, and then as you're now closer to the build, does it get more?
So as of right now, so to give you a little great question. For Mukaro in 2017, we were actually 42, and we became really, really close thanks to that project. For this time around, we could not bring the 42, and we're actually 20. and then 18 working in Los Angeles. 18 working in Los Angeles with meeting 2 of them on Playa, which are my solar system team.
Fantastic. And we have a fun game for all of you that are going to Playa. And even if you're not going to Playa, we're challenging everybody for the next couple of weeks to come into these worlds, and including Atabey, and take a picture of your avatar in front of the piece. You can team up with somebody and take a picture. You take a picture of them, they take a picture of you, or you can do selfies. And then when you come to Playa, you have to find all these pieces. All 54 pieces that are in these 6 worlds are going to be on Playa. And so you have to run around and find them all and get your picture taken in front of them, maybe in the exact same place-ish. And then after Burning Man, take all those pictures, put them together, tag BRCvr, and the first 5 people or the first 3 people that get all of them, we're going to send you a custom BRCvr patch. So that's
Wow.
our fun little contest, our art treasure hunt. If you are not going to Playa, you still can play. After Burning Man is over, or maybe during, go on an image search on your favorite search engine and look for the pieces. And then you can take a picture of you, Photoshop it together, and put the virtual and the physical together and post those. So everyone can participate in the art treasure hunt, which is starting right about now for our party. Nino, did you have any final words that you would like to say about your piece and finally going to Playa after 3 years?
Well, I just want to say thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you everyone for showing up and being interested on hearing about this piece. I can't wait to build it for our community and for you guys to enjoy it, because as you all know, it's once we build it, belongs to all of us. Doesn't belong to me, belongs to us. And same thing with my crew. It's not my installation, it's our installation. And I want everybody in our crew to feel the pride and love and kindness that we all just go there. You know, we go that 1 week, but we have to carry it on around the whole year round, to continue creating more community, creating more art, creating more, fellowships and friendships that last forever.
I love that. I love that. Thank you
Actually, I met
so
Drew,
very
just
much.
so you know. That's actually interesting. Sorry, Drew is my first person that I ever met on the BRCvr.
Oh.
First
Have you guys
person.
met in person?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're gonna
Oh,
we're
you're
gonna
gonna
do
meet
it
in the
at
dust.
Playa today. Yes.
How many people here are going to the dust? How many people are going? That's a fair number. Andrew's going. Awesome. Fantastic. Great. Well, awesome. Well, thank you to our Patreon members that are here, and all the world builders and creators and the BRCvr community members for coming to this great event. The party is now going to start. We have 6 worlds for you to explore. There are 54 pieces of art here for you to explore. Please join our Patreon and help us keep this going. You can go to brcvr.org and join our Patreon there. You can also join our email list there and find out about more of our events. And thank you so much for coming.
Yay.
Thank
you, guys.
you.
Much love.
Yay.
Cool.
Thank you, Athena, so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Mwah.
I also want to say thank you to Drew and Ender. And Ender's running around getting the party all set up for you, for organizing our Friday night party. And to Rick, who's running around making sure that we're streaming on Facebook, Othello, sorry. And Sunday, we have a Burning Man orientation. So I am going to spend 2 hours telling you everything you need to know about going to Burning Man. Even if you're not going and you're just curious, you are absolutely welcome to attend. It will be both in VR and on Zoom, and we will have people in both places to answer all of your questions. And it's 2 hours long. I just have to reiterate, it is 2 hours long. There's a lot of information to cover about getting the most out of going to Black Rock City. So thank you very much. Enjoy the
last thing,
evening.
Athena,
Yes.
one last thing. If anybody sees me on Playa by around Atabey, please come say hi. I would love to. Anybody that was here and they run into me, would love to give you guys a dusty hug on Playa too. Thank you.